Hello everyone, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Before we start, last video, it was not meant as clickbait. I'm sorry if some people thought that. Anyway, welcome to this video, which is definitely not clickbait. I promise you, I will actually show and do what I say in the title and thumbnail, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So today, let me pitch you an idea. How would you like to know an idea of mine? Please give me your thoughts on it as well. How would you like to know about the strongest team you could ever do? The END-ENDGAME team. I'm calling it the END-ENDGAME team. And it's going to be very interesting to talk to you guys about it, because I'm very excited. You know, it's an END-ENDGAME team. What does that mean, you may ask? Currently, I'm an endgame. I have an endgame team, which means I don't stand a chance against endgame teams. Endgame teams, they have full of 6-star artifacts with perfect substats, 3 times the speed in each of them, or whatever. Because endgame teams, those are not speedy. I can give you an example to show you guys. For example, here we have habits. For example, this is an end-game team with 209. I didn't see this before the video. This right here, habits. This is an end-game team. The end-game teams are tanky teams. They're not speedy. This is a team which is an end-game team. Congratulations, habits, on having probably the best team in the game. I would probably dare say that this is the best player in Raid Shadow Legends right now. Anyway, what can beat this? You know, like these guys probably have like 100,000 health each, and they probably have like 300 resistance each, and I probably do have even a fair amount of speed, like probably nearly 200, and it's not even speed focused. This team right here, it's a ridiculous team. It is the most ridiculous team you could have possibly have. But yeah, this is an end game team, to say the least. So how do you beat that? Again, I will tell you guys how you can potentially beat it. Let's say you want, because there's a dilemma. You can probably find a cheaper way to beat that team if you just don't focus on speed, because most likely they don't have speed, which means you don't need to focus on speed. So you need to do something else to beat it. But as I want to try and give you guys the best team you can have, because if you don't focus on speed, you will suffer against speed teams, and there's way more speed teams than tank teams. So you do want to be as quick as you can go. So my idea for this, I don't necessarily have the heroes, but I do know which heroes you should use, per se. So I would probably use, we can all say it immediately, you should have an arbiter in your team to give you the speed aura and everything, because again, you do want to be quick, even though you don't have to be super quick. If you want to specialize your team against the super tanky team, then I would probably advise something else, but this is an overall end game team suggestion. So, and my opinion may be wrong. I may be very wrong in everything I say, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, you should use arbiter. And with arbiter, I would use full. Okay, again, we're just going with the full speed. You should use full speed, everything speed, accuracy banner. You should use a health or defense amulet, and what you have to do to make her viable. Because remember, all of these guys, they have like freaking 300 resistance or something. They have a lot of resistance, which means I just have to say again, this is an end game team focus. So I would probably aim to have each and every item being 6 stars with 3 times accuracy bonus, which means if you have accuracy 3 times here and it's a 6-star artifact, you would probably do I have accuracy on any of the 6-star artifacts? Let's see here. I do not have any accuracy on this 6-star artifact. I need to find a 6-star artifact so I can give you an estimate here. Does this have... no, that does not have accuracy. Any 6-star artifacts having accuracy? No, nothing there. No accuracy there. There we go. Well, it seems like you get approximately from 9 to 10 accuracy per. So let's say you have 30 accuracy from this one, you have 30 from that one, you have 30 from that one. That's 90 plus 90, which equals 180, plus let's say, okay, let's get up a calculator here. So you would have, let's say, this is with perfect gear. You have 180 accuracy, plus you have your 78 from banner, plus I think you can get like 30, 31. You can get even more than, if it's already 31 from just being twice, you can have this 3 times, so maybe like plus another, let's say 35, plus 40, plus 40 more. So we do plus 40, and then you have 298 accuracy, and you can't get accuracy here. And once you have 298 accuracy, we also have to assume that you have the marks here as well, which would mean plus another 80 accuracy, plus 80. So yeah, your Arbiter would have 378 accuracy without having accuracy gear, which is enough to actually do what you need to do, because I'm sure Habits does have 300 plus resistance, so you need to have the accuracy to beat that. But yeah, we're going to assume it obviously marks gear. So this is your freaking Arbiter. She would have less speed, but then again, you would beat most speed teams with this kind of accuracy and your firepower. But yeah, you wouldn't have too much speed triggers at that point. You could try and balance it out as well. You could have like some speed, and I didn't even count for the fact that you can have glyphs now. So I'm sure you can add probably another 70 or so accuracy on top of that. So you would have more than enough accuracy to actually stun or to give the bombs, because that's the strategy. You need to bomb the enemy, because bombs, they ignore defense. You know, they just ignore the defense of the enemies. Which means if you are using, I know it's a big surprise, we have here, we have Lord Shazar. You should want one of this guy, and he even has a better speed aura than Arbiter. So the only reason why you would want to use Arbiter, I guess, is just to have the turn meter boost or buff, and like she's just good, and she can remove the Rorschach's like immune to damage things. I would use her, including Lord Shazar. I'm not sure if you would want to use 2 of him. Okay, all attacks on enemies places 2 bombs, which is, you have a 100% chance of doing the bomb thing. And it is on a 5-turn cooldown. And then the reason why, let's see here, I just have to think for a little while. And places on this champion for 2 turns. This places a block debuffs as well. That's also useful. Anyway, you should want to use a Lord Shazar. And you also would want to use, she is, isn't she a skinwalker? Because you guys know War Mother, right? She is better than what I think most people think. I would use a War Mother. I know, many people say she's terrible, but I think in an end game team with godlike artifacts, she's useful. Because she also does, she does a lot. So attacks all enemies, places 2 bombs that detonate after 3 turns. And in bomb debuffs yeah. So anyway. So I would probably want to use 2 War Mothers, to be honest. Either 2 War Mothers or 2 Lord Shazars. And yeah, maybe even... Yeah, okay, so now that we have the War Mothers and we have the Shazars, we could probably use 2 of each, to be honest. That would be kind of insane, though, using 2 of each of them. Because then you would have a 3-turn cooldown on the bomb series. I would probably want to do the bomb thing with War Mother. I would use probably double War Mother, a singular Lord Shazar, and Arbiter. Then you have your 4 heroes. And you may wanna ask, like, okay, sure. This is fine if War Mother has to be slower than Lord Shazar, I should say. So War Mother needs to be slower for it to be like ultra useful, I guess. But yeah, double War Mother, 1 Lord Shazar, and then 1 Arbiter. Because again, bombs ignore defense, and I've run a godlike defense team. Well, if you guys remember the pay-to-win account, it was semi-godlike, I guess. Then you would kind of kick ass, and the gear you would want. Because the bombs is based on the attack of the hero here. So if we head over to Demon Spawn one more time here, and we're here, it should be damage based on attack. So what I would want to do here, I would want to use again, you do want to be quick, because you don't want to specialize against the speedy teams. You don't want to specialize against the end tank team like Habit's team. You want to specialize against most people, and most people do use speed. So I would want to use full speed set, probably, most likely. Full speed set with an attack percentage on the gloves and on the armor, because you don't care about crit rate. All you care about is your attack. You need as much as attack as possible. The higher attack you have, the more damage you deal. And you could even trade out like one set of offense as well if you really wanted to. But I think just going for a full speed focus, having everyone at like 250 plus speed or even more so, would be useful against more teams. Even though like the Habits team, if you want to specialize against a team like that, you don't necessarily need all speed. I would obviously use speed on the boots, because then again, for speed focus, speed on the boots. And the rest is obviously whatever it is. And I would also try and balance out. I would definitely want a lot of attack in the substats, but I would obviously I would want an accuracy banner. I would want probably an attack necklace. I don't think crits damage doesn't matter. You don't want an attack necklace, you want an attack ring. You need as much attack as possible. And then you could just see if you could get lucky with accuracy on the substats. And then I'm sure you could get like the same as Arbiter. You could get like 350 to let's say probably over 400 accuracy with godlike artifacts, because this is an end game team. But even if you have 300 accuracy, it's good. You could probably debuff a good amount. You could probably bump a bunch of the enemies, which has a lot of resilience as well. And yeah, I would use one Shazar, and I would have the exact same gear on Vormotter. She also could be quick. I would use the exact same gear on her, to be honest. Double of her, and she would immediately just do the bomb thing. So I would want Shazar to go first, one of the Vormotters to go with her places 2 booms. I'm just saying it's hashtag not demonetized. And then I would probably go for attacks all enemies, because you do want the bombs to trigger before he gets to do anything. Because if Habit gets to do anything with his heroes, you have lost. That's just how it is. You need to end some of them before they get to do anything whatsoever. You need to take them out before they get to use their skills. Because if that tanky son of a gun gets to use even a single skill on a single hero, you're pretty much screwed. So you need to take them out before they can do that. And that means if you do Lord Shazar once, and then you do a Vormotter once, and then with your third Vormotter, you just want to take him out as quickly as possible. You can even use 2 Lord Shazars, for crying out loud. It doesn't even matter. But the most important one is that you do this one before he gets to do anything, or before like the end type team gets to do anything. Because then you may be able, with any luck, to be able to end them with the booms when it's their turn. They don't get to do anything. They take the bomb damage first, and then that's it. So yeah, and your Arbiter would obviously go first. She would be the quickest one to give you an attack buff, which would mean your bombs would deal 50% more damage. I would honestly, if you're against an ultra tanky team, which you don't have to worry about speed, I would probably use Mentor of Heroes before freaking which one is it? Which one do you normally use? You use the turn meter one. Oh, never mind, it does the same. Never mind, I'm stupid. It's increased. Never mind, you obviously use that first. And as for you get even from masteries, you can get so much accuracy. You can get so much accuracy. You get accuracy from here as well. Like you can get a lot of accuracy. You don't need the godlike artifacts to have that much accuracy. And even then, if you're just against like an ultra tanky team, which doesn't have much speed, like I don't think Habit's team does have a lot of speed. I genuinely do think that you could potentially just use an accuracy set. You know, like just have more accuracy if that's what you're missing. But then again, I do advise just going full speed to Gonzalez. I know that Habits has told me in Discord that speed teams isn't endgame, like endgame. But I think that they can be if you just boom away, just take him out. And I think those booms would be able to just end anyone. if you have all the good attack, you have as much attack as possible. And even then, if you have like insane speed, maybe you'll be able to go twice before they go once, but I doubt it. I think that Habits genuinely has like 200 plus speed on all of them, even though it's just because he has godlike artifacts. If you have godlike artifacts, you can have high speed on a tanky team as well. But yeah, hopefully this was interesting. I had very much fun making this. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Also, I think the Boom team would be very overpowered. I would be interested in seeing that against the Spider team. Against the Spider, I don't know. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed. I will talk to you guys.